Hello again. So today's August 28th, and we're going to keep on talking about whatever spirit wants to talk. Um, I kind of remember a little about what we talked the last few times, and today I've done a little different thing. I just prepared myself, I've meditated, and yes, already picked up, like, let the cards talk. And then I'm going to clarify if I need to while I start talking. So I started with the Akashic Tarot, and we have the King of Forces and Diversity. Okay? The King of Forces is a king that, if you look at him, he is a very earthly kind of man. It's probably a man that's going to come into your energy field, into your aura, into your life. And he's very grounded, and he is a person that exerts his influence on people. He's a person that's very balanced, has a lot of honor inside him. And this could be either a work relationship or a new relationship for you, or someone that's coming into your life, either in your job. It could be a mentor or someone that's trying to help you diversify, which is the other card, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Or it can be a love interest, someone that's coming into your life to bring balance and grounding, and because he's a person of honor, you need to be a person of honor yourself. You have to be in integrity, but also he has this nurturing part of himself. And I think it talks about nurturing yourself, and that you need to take care of yourself and love yourself to be able to receive the energy of this person, of this man that is coming into your life. It's a mature man. It's not a young man. Meaning mature, probably it's over 40 or 50. So maybe it's a boss or a mentor or a romantic relationship or a friend, a male friend. But this person is going to be influential in your life. The other card that is beside it, these are Akashic record cards, it's diversity. And what I get from this card, this is a woman who has 5 scrolls, and she's read 4 of them, and she has a 5th on her hand, and she's in a very nice place. I believe that it's important that if you have interests that you have not really explored, you start exploring them, because they're going to bring you areas of development that you are not using at this point. And I think this mentor has a lot to do with that diversity. Meaning diversity, it can be a hobby, it can be taking dancing classes, it could be taking piano classes, it could be taking painting classes, it could be just going into an area of your career that you have not explored, or to another assignment, or to another department of the company you work for that you've never contemplated doing, because you think you don't have the tools. But there's going to be a person there. It doesn't matter if it's a hobby, it's a department of where you work, and that man, because it's a mature man, is going to be a mentor to you, and he's going to be very important in your development. He's going to help you develop talents that you are not using, that you did not even know you had. In order to do this, you need to be good to yourself, and you need to honor yourself, and you need to nurture yourself, because sometimes doing things that we want to do, it's a way of nurturing. We sometimes work and come from work and work in the house, making a meal, taking care of our family, taking care of our husband, grocery shopping, cleaning the house, and you're not doing anything for yourself. Same thing for men, it's the same thing for everyone. Doing things that are nurturing to you, could be the gym, I don't know, something that you really want to do, start doing it. You're going to find someone that's going to mentor you, and it's going to open like a room of your soul that you have in darkness and you have not explored. And these are things that are in our shadow. We've talked about this before. Things that we have repressed because they were deemed not good by our parents when we were kids. So go back and see what is it that you've always wanted to do. Okay? So then we have the Magician. These are from the Archangel cards. We have the Lovers, which is a decision, and then we have the Nine of Michael. So I'm going to read what they say, because these are interesting. The Magician, it's the same Magician that we have in regular tarot. So it says, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. See this guy? He has a freaking rainbow between his hands, and he's making, playing with light and making things appear. That's what the Magician does. So again, it's funny because I'm looking at this diversity and this man that you're gonna find, and then it's gonna make magic happen in your life. Of course, there's a decision. The Lovers is always about a decision, and says, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So again, it could be a romantic relationship. I'm not saying it's not. It could be art, but it's something that you will feel love for, that you will feel committed to doing. And it's a decision that you have to make. This is a decision of self-love too. The Lovers, loving yourself. And we talked about it before. So it's funny how it just tying up. And then this one, which is the Nine of Michael, says, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So what we're saying is, let go of the things that worry you. And there's a law of metaphysics that says that upon you put your energy and your attention grows, and the things that you take your attention from disappear. That does not mean that you don't take care of the things that you have to take care of. Of course you have to take care of things, but there's a point in which you can't do anything more, and all you can do is let it go and hope and pray and know that it's going to be fine. Do your duty and leave the rest to angels. And that's something a patient of mine gave me that many years ago, and I've never forgotten it. Do your duty and leave the rest to heaven. That Nine of Michael, which is a Nine of Swords in a way, it's about worry. We're worrying about things, keeping things in our minds, in our egos, holding them. When you're holding something in your ego, when you're worrying about the outcome, you're trying to control something, because that's what worry is, trying to control with your mind what's going to happen. You are feeding that with negative energy. It's like a negative prayer. You're praying for a wrong thing to happen. So when you can't do anymore, just let it go. Pray, be positive about it. I don't like the word pray. I just feel like I give things to the universe and trust that it's a benign energy, that it's intelligent, so it will do what needs to be done. It might not be exactly what I want, but it's what needs to be done. So I have to trust that intelligence is higher, more potent, more intelligent than my ego's intelligence. Okay? So it's about letting go. So then I used the Osho Tarot. I had not used this for a long time. So see what happened, what I said about letting go and not, worry being a form of control. This one, it's called Avance, which is moving on. And it seems like the Tower in the regular tarot. So it's something that's, strikes you and you don't have control. And the other one, it's control. Let it go. You see, this is a totally symmetric. Everything is under control. Everything. No. These are things that we cannot control, and we have to let it go. Okay? So when this person comes into your life, when this change comes, when you start exploring these things, they're gonna make you look at the areas of your life in which you are exercising excessive control, so you can let it go, so you can move on. Because when the Tower, what it does, it breaks down structures within our mind and within our lives that are limiting us. Some people think the Tower is a negative card. It's not. It might come through a negative event in the terms that it's something that's unexpected, that's sudden, that you did not think it would, happen this way. But it's good for you because it will make you understand that that's the only way we can grow. It takes away from your life the things that are not really necessary, that you are holding on because they give you security when they're really not that important. They're not your foundation. Your foundation is something different. It's inside you. Your foundation is being able to be the magician. Your foundation is being able to make choices from a higher level. See, these two, that there's an angel there. She is looking at him. They're directing them on their decision. Of course, it can be, divine love, or love that comes from, a higher level. It's not just a fling. But really, it means we think things from the earth, from our lives, or structures, or routines, or I don't know, jobs, or whatever. It's what gives us a sense of security and foundation when they're not. It's your ability to create something, to move on, to make choices freely from a higher level of yourself, not from your ego, from the chains of your ego. So the last two cards, which is funny again, I think we had this one in a previous reading, is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups means that there's nothing else for you there, that you have to move on. And the only way and the only place you can go, if you can look at this, is higher. It's you leave behind things that do not work for you anymore, things that are not giving you any pleasure, emotional pleasure, fulfillment. They're not bringing anything really good to your life. But you have to make that choice to walk away and climb. That's the only place you can go. These cards are the wildly unknown tarot I've talked about, that are cryptic. And then, Two of Cups, right? This is communion. This is a relationship, or this is something that is totally fulfilling because it's like a mirror image. It's also, we have two cards here that are pointing to a romantic relationship. So it might be a romantic relationship, but if it's not, it's a relationship with a soulmate, because soulmates are not only your partners, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. No. You can have soulmates in your life through mentors. I've had a few. David Caicedo, Manolo Lopez Cruz. I've had my soulmates throughout my life that have not been romantic relationships. They've been mentors that, Efren Ramirez, there's so many, that they have given me the gift of spirit of their wisdom, and have been pointers in my path. So yes, you have to leave behind certain things. You have to find your joy. You have to find diversity, like do something different, something new, something different, in order to change your world. Because it's like, I feel what this means is that some of you, or the people that are watching this today, are in like a box, and the box is feeling tight, and you're feeling trapped in that box. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And you, by diversifying, by following your bliss, by finding things that fill your soul with joy, you'll find this mentor. There's going to be people there who's going to open your world and help you break that box up. Okay, so I think the message is pretty clear. I'm just gonna ask Spirit to close with, I don't know, the Rider White. I'm doing it backwards. So, oh my God, it's a lot. Well, let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, this is the gift of creativity. This is precisely something new that you start doing in life. And this is a young energy. This is a male energy. It's something that you have to start, it's going to be a gift, but you have to take a step. This happens with the One of Wands, and it happens also with the One of Swords. Although they are gifts from the divine, you have to take a step to grab that. The Ace of Cups or the Ace of Pentacles, they're not. They're receptive. You're receiving. You don't have to do anything. But with this, you have to move. So what? They will bring you joy. They will bring you a reason for celebration. They just fell. I'm not making this up. And then what do you have? The Hermit. The Hermit is that budget inside where you're gonna find things that are hidden in the darkness of your soul, but they're really creativity and parts of yourself that need to come out, and you need them to fully integrate yourself. So it is a voyage. You're gonna travel. It's a path. But see, it's a path that's taking you from rocky waters to calmer waters, and you're not gonna be alone in that voyage. So see, this is what you were holding on to. And what is restricting you, see how closed off he is, because you are in your routines and your daily things, not doing anything new, and it's feeling tight, and you're feeling, oh my God, I need to protect myself. I need to keep all this tight. I'm going to lose it. No, you're not going to lose anything. And then the worry we talked about, how you're feeding that. You're feeding your fears of losing things that give you security, that you think are your foundation, but they're not. And they tend to be material in many. There can be a person, it can be money, it can be a job, it can be things that are very material that give you a sense of security. So there's someone coming to help you along this path. You're not going to do that alone. Diversify, do something that fills your soul. You're going to grow. You're going to get out of that little box that's restricting you at this point. Trust the process. When you're worrying, remember to let it go, because it's really nothing to worry about. Give it to the angels. Everything is going to be fine. And you'll find your bliss. You'll find your magic. You'll find your higher self to make better decisions in your life. Okay? Bye.